Before your child turns 5, their brain decides how smart, focused, and emotionally strong they'll be for life. And here's the shocking truth. Most parents are damaging it without even realizing it. Here's a truth that science has only recently grasped, a truth so profound, it redefines parenthood itself. In the quiet of a nursery, in the chaos of a playroom, a silent, furious, and irrevocable construction project is underway. Before your child's 5th birthday, their brain is being physically built, neuron by neuron, synapse by synapse. And you are not just a caretaker. You are the chief architect, not the brightest toy, not the slickest educational app, not any future classroom. You, your gaze, your touch, the very tone of your voice. Every single interaction, every giggle shared, every tear soothed, every question answered, is either laying a sturdy foundation or introducing a hairline crack into the architecture of a human mind. By the end of this, you will understand not just the science, but the immense power you hold in your hands. Let's pull back the curtain. Think of the first 5 years not as a prelude to life, but as its most critical act. This is the brain's hyperconstruction phase. Imagine a city skyline materializing at blinding speed. Over 1 million new neural connections are forged every second. But this isn't automatic genetic programming. This explosive growth is experience-dependent. The brain waits, like a vast, dark network of unlit roads, for signals to tell it which pathways to pave with gold and which to let fade into obscurity. The signal? Reciprocal human connection. Neuroscientists call this serve and return. Your baby coos. You coo back. Your toddler points at a dog. You say, "Yes, a fluffy dog." They hand you a cracked crayon drawing. You receive it like a masterpiece. In these microscopic moments, you are sending a surge of electrical and chemical life into specific neural pathways. You are literally instructing the brain. This circuit is important. Light it up. Make it permanent. This process, known as synaptic pruning or neural sculpting, is brutal in its efficiency. What gets used, gets kept. What gets ignored, gets discarded. A smile returned strengthens the pathways for social bonding and emotional security. A question met with engagement builds the regions for language, curiosity, and logical thinking. A tantrum met with calm containment wires the prefrontal cortex for future self-regulation. Conversely, a void, a serve met with silence, a need met with absence, teaches the brain a devastating lesson. This connection doesn't matter. Shut it down. Historical studies, like the tragic findings on institutionalized children deprived of responsive care, are the stark proof. Without interaction, the brain physically atrophies, impacting IQ, emotional control, and even physical health for a lifetime. So the foundational principle is clear. Connection is not a soft luxury. It is a biological imperative. It is the nutrient-rich soil without which the brain cannot root itself. A child bathed in responsive attention develops a robust, integrated neural network, the kind that underpins future resilience, academic agility, and emotional intelligence. They aren't just happier. They are architecturally stronger. But knowing this is only the first step. The real question is, in the whirlwind of daily life, how do you become a master builder? But what happens next will change everything. Because the architecture you're building isn't just for school. It's for survival, for love, for handling life's greatest storms. And this is where the video takes a shocking turn, revealing the everyday moments you're missing that hold the real power. The language of touch, play, and presence. The blueprint is set by connection, but the building materials are found in the utterly ordinary. You don't need a degree or expensive tools. You already possess them. They are your words, your hands, your attention. Let's translate the science into the language of daily life. First, become a narrator of the world. Don't just talk to your child. Think of yourself as a live audiobook of their existence. I'm cutting the red pepper into crunchy squares. Oh, you're trying to stack the blocks, and they fell. Let's try again. This emotional, rich commentary, filled with varied vocabulary and melodic warmth, does more than teach words. It builds a cognitive map, showing the child that their world is nameable, understandable, and shared. Compared to this, flashcards are a silent, sterile substitute. Second, understand that touch is neurology. A hug is not just affection, it's a direct command to the nervous system. Gentle, loving touch activates the vagus nerve, lowering cortisol, the stress hormone, and flooding the brain with oxytocin, the bonding chemical. This chemical bath directly grows the emotional centers of the brain, particularly the hippocampus, crucial for memory and learning. A child who feels physically safe has a brain freed from scanning for danger, a brain ready to explore, focus, and grow. Third, reclaim play as the brain's essential laboratory. Unstructured play is not wasted time. It is the prefrontal cortex's workout. When a child builds a fort, negotiates roles in a pretend game, or figures out how to roll a ball down a ramp, they are conducting millions of real-time experiments in physics, social dynamics, problem-solving, and emotional regulation. This is where creativity and resilience are forged, not in passive consumption, but in active, joyful creation. This brings us to the modern thief of development, the screen. For the brain under 5, a screen is largely a black hole for serve and return. It talks, but it does not listen. It flashes, but it does not smile in recognition. It demands attention, but gives no empathy in return. Excessive screen time doesn't just take time. It displaces the very interactions that build emotional intelligence, attention span, and language. Think of it as feeding your child mental junk food, while their brain is begging for a nutrient-rich feast of your presence. The ultimate secret, the one that relieves the pressure, is this: perfection is not required. The brain doesn't need constant peak stimulation events. It thrives on the aggregate of small, consistent, loving moments. It's the reliability that matters. The 5-minute cuddle after a fall, the patient why loop answered for the 10th time, the eye contact over mashed peas. These repeated moments are the rhythmic hammer strikes shaping the neural framework. You are not building a statue in a day, you are growing a forest, one seed at a time. Rehook. Most people never hear the next part, and that's the real danger. Because if you think this is only about raising a smart or happy child, you're missing the monumental lifetime legacy you are creating right now. The next part might completely change how you see every hug, every word, every single day. So when you look at your child today, see beyond the small hands and the bright eyes. See the most complex structure in the known universe, being woven in real time by the love you offer. You are not just raising a child. You are a neural sculptor, an emotional architect, writing the very code for how they will love, strive, overcome, and connect for decades to come. Every word is a brick, every gaze is a blueprint, every soothing touch is mortar. The patterns you set now, of safety, of curiosity, of emotional trust, become the permanent landscape of their mind. Before age 5, your presence is their brain's most powerful nutrient. Your interaction is their cognitive curriculum. Your love is the literal architecture of their future self. This isn't pressure, it's purpose. You already have everything you need. Now go build something magnificent. If this understanding of your power resonates with you, if you want to transform everyday moments into a legacy of strength, then join a community dedicated to this science-backed approach. For more guides on becoming the confident architect your child's brain needs, subscribe to Be Fittest. Let's build stronger futures together.